Are you reading any comics currently?
I keep up with The Walking Dead, but I kind of go through. I don't get super committed where I have to get the issue each week, and I'll just wait a little while and get them all online and just read through them at the gym or something on my iPad.
Graphic novels all the way. I feel your pain. It adds up. $3 an issue after a while.
Yeah. But at least they're convenient to have that you can put them on your computer now. Because if nothing's worse than getting a comic and then spilling something on it. Great, didn't get to read it yet.
It's funny you mentioned the Walking Dead only because when you mentioned that you're following it, are you also watching it as well? And do you feel that both coincide or are close to each other?
There's a lot of things. I totally get why, I really like the Dexter show. I actually like the Dexter show better than the books. And I get why you make changes for a show from a book, because if you knew exactly what was going to happen each week, where's the cliffhanger going to be? But for a movie, I think it should stick to whatever it's copying. But I like the show. I think they've gotten the human interaction and engagement down really, really well. But there's things that are slightly different, and there's definitely the issue with the zombies coming back no matter how you die. I'm wondering if they're going to do that in the show. That's what I'm really waiting for to see.
As am I, only because it's something that, if done incorrectly, would just probably piss the audience off substantially.
Very true. And it brings a whole new fear to the whole thing too. And it's how can you play a show like that knowing that no matter where you're at, no matter what time, even if you're asleep, you could not be safe. Even being with your husband and hiding out. What if he dies of a heart attack in his sleep and comes back?
Without even giving out spoilers, did you watch it this week?
Oh yes. I've already watched it twice.
Did you lose your mind at the end of that episode? Because I was like, holy shit.
I see. I think I know what they're transferring from the comic into the show for that, because you got to think the CGI for what happened in the comic would be impossible. The same thing with Rick. What should have happened in the first season? Because how can you constantly have a sleeve on when it's 100 degrees outside, and can you always CGI that part? You know what I'm talking about, right? Without spoiling it. Yeah, so I think that's what they're going to do instead of the other thing, because that'll be easier to keep going with the show than having to keep makeup on all the time.
I have a nagging suspicion that they really want to pull the trigger and use the governor.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they want to make the governor the guy whose hand got cut off.
Well, no. See, I think it was the guy last season. I think they're going to use that.
Oh, okay. That might.
Because it was supposed to happen very soon, right in the first series, really. So I think they're going to do that with him. So, it might not have been his hand, but somebody's hand got cut off, so it counts.
There you go. Yeah, it wasn't his, but I think the one thing I've enjoyed, I kind of felt that the first season, a lot of people were let down because it was only 6 episodes, but the level of anticipation and the way they crushed the ratings was huge.
Yeah. Oh, I watched those 6 episodes. Probably watched the whole series once a month, every month since then.
Holy crap!
See something new. It's so fun to watch at the gym though, because you won't get off the elliptical, and people must think that I'm crazy because I'm shaking my hands in the air this stuff is coming. I'm oh god, I look crazy to everyone here because I'm running from zombies.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to watch. I used to download a lot of the old cartoons I watched in the 80s, and I'd watch them on the treadmill, so somebody would look over and they'd see me watching the Centurions or Silverhawks or old Thundercat stuff, and they're looking at me like, are you watching cartoons on your iPad? I'm like, yeah, I'm walking on the treadmill. Or I'd do that, or I'd take it into the steam room. I'd take it into the steam room, but I could only stay in there 15 minutes. I mean, into the sauna.
I know. I always want to take it in there too. I'm I don't want to break it, but what am I going to do for 15 minutes in there? Yeah,
that's my cap, 15 minutes, and I don't set the temperature too high. And I go, all right, I obviously can't go in the wet heat, but I'll go in the dry heat in 15 minutes, and I'll run out. Let's see. I think we're good. I think we've covered everything.
Awesome.
Before we wrap things up, just let people know where they can find you and follow you.
You can find me on Twitter at MeowMistyDon, Misty with an I, and you can find me on The Naughty Nerd. And if you want to find my other stuff, you can just find me on Twitter. I'll tell you.
There you go. That works. I definitely would love to have you on a live episode, just because I know the schedules are a little off and we broadcast late, but I think doing a live show would be kick ass. So, you know, if
No, I'm totally down.
yeah, if you're
Like, notes.
yeah, if you're ever free, we could definitely do a live show. And I figured I'd let you know we're doing an event for breast cancer. Next week we're doing a community gaming event on Xbox Live for it's actually all fighting games, but all the proceeds that we're raising are going to Susan Komen.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you know anybody who likes some fighting games,
Just send me all the stuff and I'll post it.
sure, I'll send it to you. It's on the site, but I'll send you a link with everything.
Okay, awesome.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, folks.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Misty has taken us beyond the mic. You can check her out at thenaughtynerd.com. You've just heard My Take Radio Beyond the Mic, offered exclusively for Stitcher Radio users and My Take Radio app owners. You can listen to live episodes of My Take Radio every Thursday at 11 p.m. East, 8 a.m. Pacific on blogtalkradio.com/My Take Radio. You can also follow My Take Radio on Twitter at My Take Radio, and you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/My Take Radio.